Press.
Good morning, Ravi. Good morning, everyone.
Yeah. Last week, previous session, we completed calendar, currency, and also all these setups completed. Chart of account structure and instance, value set, values. Then another one is accounting methods. Okay. So why this setup is required, how this technically help us, and purpose of this setup in application or defining primary ledger. So we had some discussion about accounting entries, right? See like this. For the transactions, so we will be maintaining, our system will generate accounting entries in subledger modules. Okay. So for the purchases, sales, some material transactions, pay invoices, system will generate accounting entries like this. But later, it will generate journals in general ledger module. Then we send this data to general ledger module. System will generate journals like this. How system generating journals against this accounting entries? So here setup is accounting methods. So in this setup, so we'll list the modules. Payables, receivables, purchasing, costing, receipt accounting, many other modules will list in this accounting methods setup. And again, each module wise will list the event type. So generate for what are the types of transactions. Okay, so this is the setup. Let's see, verify how this setup will be defining in this system. So we go to setup and maintenance. Financials. So this setup also financial consultant will create, define. He will define for the financial modules, event type wise account rules and other configuration, required configuration. For the procurement point of and inventory, manufacturing, all will define SCM consultant. Okay. So he will take the details, what accounting methods using, or when you open primary ledger, from there also you will identify which accounting methods defined and assigned to primary ledger, so that you can use it. Later, you will publish and update the details to other team members. So this is what configuration completed in or updated in where in the accounting methods. So if not defined this accounting method, data will not be flow to general ledger module. It will not auto generate journals for the accounting entries. So here active defined by applications, Oracle, select search. In real-time environment also you can find like this. So there are standard accrual and standard accrual with encumbrance. What's the difference, main difference between these two? If enabling some budgets for expenses, if you want to control your expenses, definitely will enable budgets. So that time you'll have accounting entries, either at the time of creating requisition or at the time of creating purchase order in purchasing module. So in that case, you can use this. We will not implement any budget for expenses. So you can use this standard accrual. Same, just open one and try to understand. See this setup, a standard accrual defined by Oracle, predefined this way. And here you can find different tabs module wise. So open this, payables, cost management, assets, receivables, cash management, payroll, receipt accounting, project costing, lease accounting, joint ventures. See, many different modules list available here. Financial modules there. And if you see here, receipt accounting and cost management. So these two are SCM procurement related, right? And also project related cost also there. So project costing, under project costing, project consultant will define the configuration. So under cash management and receipt accounting, procurement consultant and SCM manufacturing, for those modules will define under this cost management. Okay. Now you just observe it under payables, event clauses. So these are what here we are declaring, defining against which are the transaction system generating accounting entries. Those data will send it to the general ledger and system will generate journals. How the data will send? So this event clause here enabled active. Sometimes some you will find status as inactive, that we can change to active. So based on this, it will send the data. Here whatever rule set defined here. So this rule set also seeded rule set, you will find it. These are all predefined rule set. So we can define our own rule set that is possible. In this rule set, we'll define account rule. In that account rule, which account combination has to be, so which account combination debit credit, that will decide under this rule set. That account combination will hit debit side and credit side, for both will define it. The data, it will send it to general ledger module and finally will post to primary ledger. Why? Because this will assign to primary ledger setup. Right? System will identify under this what are the modules and which are the event classes active. Against that, what are the rule sets defined? Under that rule set, account rules defined. Still, any criteria following. For that, what is the mapping set defined? So everything system it will identify. It will transfer the data to general ledger module and it will generate the journals. Those journals will be posting to primary ledger. So this is the purpose why the accounting method setup defining. Okay, so we are part of this supply chain management and um, other procurement manufacturing, right? You go to first you check here, see receipt accounting. Under receipt accounting, what are the event classes are there? So while receiving stock into location or inventory, sub-inventory, so what are the event classes will involve? So accrual, clearing account, consigned, inter-organization receipt. So this many are there, see? And delivery to expense. So one for debit combination, one for credit combination. So we have to define here. And inter-organization receipts, logical receiving, purchase order in transit, period end accruals. So receiving. So when return to supplier, again, which account has to um, uh, hit? See, all are in active. Too many records. That's the problem, actually. Okay. So you just verify. Okay. This many are there. So by seeing, definitely we cannot understand this. Slowly in future, you will understand. So here now I open this. Expense accrual. So this is the account rule actually. Under this account rule, directly will find the account combination. See, code combination identifier. Again, mapping set selected. In this mapping set, how they define, you will find it. Okay. But anyway, again, we will discuss detail level in the costing module. Okay. Receipt accounting. And also you can just find cost management. Here also see many event types you will find here, event classes. Why? Because there will be many different type of material transactions, right? Like miscellaneous transaction, sub-inventory transfer, inter-organization transfer, picking, shipping, and supply stock to plant, supply finished good from plant to inventory, resource allocation, scrap. So here you will find many, but we will not implement all type of event classes. So based on business requirement only, we will enable. See, drop ship, return material authorization. So many are there. WIP related, WIP issue, WIP return, WIP negative issue, WIP negative return, many are there. These are all WIP means manufacturing related event classes. Say some event classes incomplete or inactive. So those not using, we don't want to implement it. Okay. So this is the purpose why this accounting methods will define. And one more thing. So here in this list, modules list, purchasing is missing. Purchasing module is not available. So why purchasing is not available? I don't want to implement or maintain budgets for expenses. I don't want to implement encumbrances. So if you want to implement encumbrances or budgets for purchases, you can use this. in this, you will find the purchasing tab. So here we can decide maintain a rule set for at the time of creating requisition, what account has to hit. At the time of purchase order, which account has to hit. So it is an incomplete status. So you can make status to active if you want to implement this way. In subsequent, we can define all this setups. Manage subledger rule sets. Anyway, this we'll see again later. Event class. Search. So here status incomplete active are there. You can define this one also your own. You know, here go to actions. This one change the status to activate. Like this, you can activate if anything you want to enable. And one more thing, why this is here, see, payables it is. If you open in uh, purchasing or cost management, it will identify for those related modules, event classes. Okay. So anyway, this will discuss again. Okay. Here you can create your own, or we can utilize seeded one. Also from the seeded one, we can copy. We can update as per business requirement. So this is about accounting methods. So now in last week, previous session, whatever we defined setups, those are not available. Why? Because again, instance is updated. So what I'll do now, I will use some seeded one. Okay. So demo instance, it is updated. Password is not working. After resetting the password, I'll share you instance access. Okay. So that I'll share you. So in demo instance, you can define your own style, but um, Anyway, that I'll tell you tomorrow. But here it is dev instance. Here I'll use some different combination. Which combination? I used 107. So I'm just copying already defined chart of account and accounting calendar. So instead of defining again, okay. So here accounting method used standard accrual, okay, and currency USD. That's okay. So now you just assume we have already completed chart of accounts, calendar, currency, all these setups. Now, next setup is what we need to start defining primary ledger setup. This is the financial setup. Okay. You clear, right? Now this is my chart of account. This is my calendar. So now I'm going to create my primary ledger. So navigation, financials, general ledger. Click on this manage primary ledger. So create. HN underscore. India or US, anything you can use it. India primary ledger. Now chart of account. What is the name? So it is double as 26. So this one, right? Underscore MPL structure instance calendar. Where is that? Hmm. In demo instance, you will not face this problem. Yes. This one, right? Yeah, this one. Calendar, sorry, currency, INR. And accounting method, standard accrual. See, now primary ledger I'm defining with this combination, four setups combination, but these three are mandatory: chart of account, currency, calendar. And accounting methods not mandatory for creating primary ledger. But if you want to transfer data, accounting entry data to general ledger module, so this is mandatory. Okay. Select save and close. Yeah. So after completing this, so next what? We need to define this specify ledger options. So if already some primary ledger is there, first we need to switch, change this anywhere in the application. In the scope, some different values there. How we will change it? Click on this and here select and add, apply and go to task and find your primary ledger, HN underscore India. Like this, you can search, save and close. Here you will find details. This is my chart of account, currency, calendar. So it is first open period. Here they defined from February 23, but in our example, we defined from April 25. So if you want directly, you can select April 25 period. Or how they define this, what is the first open period? February 26. I think they defined here first period as February 26. Okay. In our example, we defined from April 25. Okay, number of enterable periods 1. For the February 25, what will be the future period? March, April, May, June, all these future periods, right? But we are in now November period. For the November period, future periods are December 25, Jan 26, February 26. So how many you want to maintain as future enterable periods? Now I'm in November. If I select one, December only will be the future. See, future periods are December, January, February, all this. But creating journals in how many future periods? January only it will allow you. Why? Because here I selected one. If you select two, December 25, January 26, in both periods system it will allow you creating journals, but it will not allow you send the or post the journals to the primary ledger. Only we can create, but system it will not allow you what is that, post journals to primary ledger. Okay, yeah. So your journal language US American English, and see this one, retained earning account. So what is the purpose this? So in our organization, so we will prepare the balance sheet, right? After that, you will find not balance sheet, profit and loss. So based on organization performance, you will find profit. So that profit amount you will distribute to your partners, right? First, you directly will not distribute that amount. Whatever amount you found profit amount, first that will move to the retained earning account. From there, that will be distributing to their partner's account. So this the purpose will maintain this retained earning account. Now you will find here what is the chart of account purpose. Why was defined? So in our previous session, we were defined four segments: company, a department, some cost center and account. But here they define some different combination: company, cost center, account, feature one and feature two. Okay. So here I will software. See, I was defined India business, US business, China business like this. But here they define software service, consulting service, training services, BPO operation, something like that. And this is the cost center. Also, we can select some dummy value, a retained earning account. So this one. Select, okay. Yeah. So we don't want talk about other details. So that and all, okay. May not require for procurement SCM side. Save and close. Now successfully I defined primary ledger in the account enterprise structure. See, this one also completed now. So next level is what? Legal entity. So as we discussed in the beginning sessions, what is the purpose maintain this legal entity? One thing is what, how the companies are registered legally. So how many legal entities will be defining that also decide the business. So who will define this? Either a financial team can define, SCM, HCM team can define, SCM that will decide in the meetings. So there, how many legal entities, who will define? Uh, um, Based on that, we'll decide it. Okay. So country wise, I can define. Within country also, I can define multiple based on the tax calculation structure. So definition it won't take much time, but decision making, how many should be defined, that will take time in real time. Okay. So let's see how we can define this. So first you define the legal address. So then you define this legal entity. But one thing here, already we use this, sorry, it is secondary. Let's specify ledger options. But whatever, here these values, uh, company values or balancing segment values. If already this value utilized for any other legal entity, so we cannot use for our new legal entity. So what I'll do, uh, this value also I will define my own, okay? 5, value number 5, I will create it. First, let's complete that one. But if everything is new, you no need to define again. Why? Because I'm using some already someone defined one, right? That's I'm just verifying which one they used value set. Okay, from here also I can open and create manage values. Search already 4 are there. This one 99 also there. Okay, I'm defining value 5. Mm, I will select like this India, US like this 06. Okay, save, save and close. Save and close. And now you go to general ledger, specify ledger options. Here, fine. Okay. So why I created like this? Why can't I continue with already? I can use already defined one also. But thing is here, if already that value used associated with legal entity, I cannot use it. Because of this, I created my own value. Right after 9. Oh God. This one also good. Okay, it is there. General ledger and specify ledger options. Verify. Okay. Okay. Here, it will okay. Take time and update. So in meantime, I'll open in next session. So now I'll start defining legal address, next continuation configuration. So your financials, so legal structure. So here you can create manage legal address. Create. So select country, India. Something you selected, some details. Hyderabad, 5 lakh 90. State. So optionally time zone you select it, it's not mandatory. So there you will find some Calcutta. I'll select some prefix just to identify is select okay. So this way you can create your legal address where your legal entity is located. Still it is taken. Okay, next what? Manage legal entity. After defining address, create new, apply and go to task, create. So select country, India, and name HN underscore India legal entity. So in real time, how this, how it would be like company name, how the companies are registered legally. Tata Consultancy Services, Tata Motors, like that we will define. Some number, identification number you can select. when this was registered optionally, you can select it. And so legal address, whatever just now we created, that you can find, or you can search also. Section, see, this one is mine. And in which place this company registered, you can select it. And also, I will maintain payroll, right?
Ravi garu,
So,
one doubt.
oh, yeah.
Like in actual, we have this option, right? We search with percentage. Does that work in Fusion also?
Yes, same. Similarly, you can search.
Okay, sir.
But putting this percentage not mandatory. Directly some letters you can enter, search it. But here there is search criteria. Many options are there. If you select advanced, so suppose, see, this many are there. But in previous system, this much options not available. Okay.
Okay, sir. Got it.
Uh, so then, yeah. So payroll, it is maintained for crediting salaries and all at this legal entity level, and recruiting employees also legal entity level. And this number, so PAN number and some other numbers you can enter here. Save. Save and close. So now legal entity also I created successfully. But next what? We need to associate this legal entity to primary ledger with the balancing segment. But we need, yeah, finally it got selected. Mm, if I cancel this, again it will update with one. Okay, fine. So next what? Associate this legal entity to primary ledger. Directly you can assign legal entity to primary ledger, and also you can associate at balancing segment level. That means company level. So where is that set up? You go to here, all task, and this one, right? Assign legal entities, right? This is my primary ledger. I'm assigning legal entity to my primary ledger. My legal entity start with HN, HN India legal entity. Apply, done. So now, if you observe here, company values not yet assigned. Save and close. Next what? assign balancing segment values to legal entity. Next setup. See, this is my primary ledger. This is my legal entity. Now I am associating. So this value 05 represent for this legal entity. So in future, accounting entries, I'll create with this company value. That means, so this all accounting transactions, entries, journals, those which belongs to this legal entity. That means what? Multiple legal entities I can maintain under one primary ledger. Multiple company values I can maintain under one legal entity. That is possible. Save and close. Save, save and close. Right, legal entity completed, association at ledger level and balancing segment level. Company level also completed now. So next word, business unit. So here also location is required. Here also location where your business unit is located, branch office located. So based on that, those many locations will be defining in the system. So in India, legal entity, I have 4 business units. One for South business, one for North business, one for East, West, and another Central. So 5 business units I can maintain. But where that business you see in Hyderabad, one business unit is located. From here, I will operate the business only for South states, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Kerala. For 5 states, business operates from Hyderabad location. Same way, other business units locations will be defined in the system. Okay. But one thing before this, before creating location, something we need to talk about reference data set. Reference data set. So why this setup is required? How this reference set help purpose configuring in the system. See, in organization, as we discussed, will maintain multiple business units. Within the country, based on business requirement, we can define more than one. Otherwise, India business unit, directly country level, US business unit, China business unit, like that also you can define 111. But some information, same kind of information may use across the business unit. So in this case, so that will be defined those many times in the application. See now, India, US, China, Japan, 4 business units, or within the country 5 business unit. If not available this reference data set concept, you must be defined 5 times, same setup. One time for India business, one time for US business, one time for China business, like that. But with this help of this reference data set, I will define only one time, but I can utilize that one under other business units. So that means that setup, that configuration will maintain at reference set level. So that reference set will assign to other business unit. So suppose example, payment terms. You know, right? Why I'm taking this option, you will have some easy understanding with this payment term. So, what are the payment terms? First, what is the payment term? As a customer, uh, if I purchase, buy any goods, services from supplier or vendor, when I should pay? Immediately, once I receive, immediately I should pay, or in advance I should pay. Before purchase, first I need to pay, then only supplier will supply. That is advance payment, right? Or supplier give the week time, 10 days time, 15 days time, 1 month time. Again, supplier may give you installments. uh, Supplier ready to give 10 days time, but if you pay immediately, 10% is ready to give the discount. So these are all what payment terms. So maximum similar kind of payment terms will follow in across the business unit. So same I wanted to utilize under other business unit. So in this case, all these payment terms I will define under payment reference set. I will define one as reference set. Under this, I will define uh, payment terms like this. 7 days payment term, 10 days payment term, 15 days payment term, 30 days payment term, and 50% plus 50% payment term. So like this, how many you want to define, you define it. So now this payment terms listed under this reference set. This reference set, I will assign to first India BU or yeah, India South BU. Now, this list will appear in this business unit. So same list I wanted to maintain in India North BU. This reference set I'll assign to North BU. Immediately this list will copy to North BU and US BU I assigned. So same list, it will appear under this BU. Now, what is the advantage with this? One time I will define this list, I can use in wherever, in which business unit, so that is required. But sometimes this list will be different from BU to BU. In that case, you have to define India payment term set, US payment term set, like that you will define multiple reference sets. Under that you will list the different values. Similarly, now I am defining the location, right? Directly you cannot define location here. First, you need to define a location reference set. Under this, you will list the whatever locations you are defining. Hyderabad, Bangalore, Pune, Chennai, like that. So this one also, I will assign to South BU. That list it will appear under South BU. Then I will assign to North BU. That list it will appear under North BU. But now, here in India, I wanted to see only India locations. Under US business unit, I want to see US locations. In that case, here also you need to define India location set and US location set. If I am defining any US location, that I will define under US location set. Likewise, not only these two payment terms and location, so many data objects are there. But initially, I don't want to define all this reference set. We can utilize some seeded reference sets also there, common and enterprise set. Those you can utilize it. Okay. Let's see how we define first reference set. This is the seed setup. You can define this reference set in any module, not only financials. You can use any procurement, order, manufacturing, anything. Here, enterprise profile, select all task. Just come down here, you will find, where is that reference set? Yeah, see manage data reference set, here it is there. So when you search here, user defined one, it will appear, and predefined, Oracle defined this two. It will always come on top, this two. You can utilize it. Or also you can define your own. HN underscore location set. HN underscore location set. You can create like this. Save and close. Now you start define location. Manage locations. Where my business unit located, I will define. See here by default seeded one coming here, but I will use my own HN underscore search, select OK. And name HN underscore Hyderabad location. And you select the details. Country India. Then this will change. City Hyderabad. So earlier also we defined one address, that is legal address, that is for legal entity. My business unit located in this pin code, state Telangana. Okay. So this site purpose, shipping material, receiving and bill to also. Main this is required. Bill to site. Bill means invoice. We'll prepare at this address level. Save. Similarly, you can define all the business unit locations. Okay. So now location also completed. Now you define quickly business unit. Then, so set navigation, you can select any one of the offering. Go to organization structure, manage business unit. Create. HN underscore India South BU. Location, where this located. Search HN Hyderabad. So this was defined under our own location set, HN location set, right? But default set, for defaulting objects, I will use time being common. Later, I will change it this way. So now what will happen for locations also, this set will be defaulting, but later I should change this one. Save and close. If I continue with common, this location will not appear under this business unit. Okay, and now first you change this reference set. So here switch to your business unit. Just now we created, right? Apply and go to task. HN India South BU. Save and close. Now see, common it is defaulted, including location. Now I'll update with my own location here. I'm just removing common. Then only this location will appear under this business unit. HN location set. Likewise, in future, for this many the objects, we will define update with our own reference set instead of common. So next what? Assign business unit business functions. First, this business unit maintaining under which primary ledger, I will select HN India business unit. Sorry, India primary ledger. So this is legal entity. So this business unit associating with this primary ledger and legal entity. Under this business unit, what are the types of different transactions, business functions? Enable the checkbox you can enable. So then only those, see, suppose now, if I want to create requisition, I should enable this one requisitioning. Same way, if I want to create purchase order, procurement contracts, payable payments, invoicing, and receivable related transactions, customer payments, expense management. So based on this only will enable. And enable this one below legal entity. So that means what? Includes that business unit is a profit center and it operate under one legal entity. So business unit level also we can maintain profit and loss. So when enable this one, select save, select OK, save and close. So now in enterprise structure, what are the levels completed? Business unit also completed now. So next what? Inventory. Now slowly we are entering in supply chain management. So here before creating inventory setup, any prerequisites required. So first we need to configure those. So then we'll define inventory setup. Okay, today here I'll stop the session. We will continue tomorrow, inventory configuration. So any
Yeah,
questions?
Ravi, regarding the instance, Ravi.
Yeah, I'll update actually. They given instance, but password still not working. I
Okay,
but he's not responded. I am waiting for him.
okay, Okay. And can you upload
My
this
account has the
record?
problem. Yeah, I'm uploading no every day.
Yeah, yeah.
You're uploading any specific location, sir, or you're sending individually?
For you now, I'm giving a link, but actually we have mega.nz online sharing folder, so that I'll
Okay.
give you access.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Because today also I missed some 15 minutes. I have to drop my son. So want to go
Link
through that concept.
for today.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Ravi.